Guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you today, and today we're doing well, boys and girls. I'm glad you guys because today we're back on World Tennis Console. That's right, and we're doing World Tennis Console. Their tank. Well, again, I'm glad you guys because today we're doing a tank review of the all singing, all dancing new Chinese heavy tank vehicle in World Tanks Console is the Tier 8 Premium, the BZ-176. That's right, boys and girls. Rocket Tanks is here in World Tanks Console. Hey, love it. They're here to stay. Well, at least for right now, the Tier 8 Premium is in the game, and we'll probably be seeing the Tech Tree line probably either next season or something like that, due because we have already now seen one new line, which is for the Tech Polish um, Roman line within Cold War. So I believe next season we might either see, could be, don't hold me on to it, we might see the Chinese rocket tanks next season, or maybe later on in the season. Who knows? But for now, let's talk about this Tier 8 beautiful beast here, the Chinese Tier 8 Premium Heavy Tank, the BZ-176. I gotta say, this thing, I've had quite a few battles in it already, and it's a, it can be a very fun vehicle with the two types of ammunition it does have with its 160 caliber gun. But what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be going over some of the stats of the vehicle in the garage here, and then afterwards we're going to be taking it out into a battlefield and see how she performs. So I guess let's get right into it, shall we? So first of all, with her penetration, with her AP shells, gets 208 meters of penetration. With her HE shells, one gets 80. Damage is 650 with her AP and 800 with her HE. So she is going to be doing a lot of damage. Hit points is 1,550. Max speed is 33 miles per hour. View range is 380. Concealment is 398. And of course, like we said, it gets a 160 caliber gun. So yeah, the BZ-176, what I put as my equipment, I put advanced loader. Load time is 10% more, which I love putting this on any of my tanks. Advanced armor, damage from enemy weapons 5% less. And also advanced powertrain, max speed is 5% more, and horsepower is 5% more. I mean, if you really want to put maybe gun stabilizer, which vehicle movement accuracy is 20%, and turn rotation accuracy is another 20%, I would recommend picking that if you want to switch out, like maybe, I don't know, advanced powertrain or advanced armor. Maybe if you also want to take tracking system, max speed is 10% more, and chassis and hull rotation speed is 10% more as well, which I would probably recommend this because it does seem like it does turn pretty slowly in a lot of terrain. So yeah, or maybe take advanced gun lane drive, show aiming speed. It's totally up to you how you want to play this vehicle. Um, I might later change maybe the speed for, I don't know, this right here, simply due because of I want to get the turnaround pretty quickly. So yeah, my consumables. Oh my goodness, what was that? Sorry for that, guys. My consumables. I put a premium repair kit, premium first aid, and premium fuel booster, which max speed and turn rotation speed, and active of 10% horsepower. So yeah, and there is the ammunition. We put about 20 rounds of AP and 10 rounds of HE. You never know when you're going to need HE against some of those very heavy armor targets, or because the HE does about 800 alpha damage. Uh, Yeah, you might want to use them against those soft armor targets out there in the battlefield. Pretty much, yeah. My commander, I put rapid loading, which is 10% increase to gun reload speed. Snapshot, 12% increase to accuracy during turn rotation. And also steady aim, 10% increase to accuracy. So, yeah. I love building my tanks with accuracy, even though with guns that doesn't have the best accuracy and stuff like that. Other one I would put is probably Born Leader. Yeah, Born Leader, 10% increase to skill, effectiveness, and crew performance, or Rapid Aim, which is 10% increase to turn and gun rotation speed, which would help a lot more better. Um, I would say forget about 6 cents. I mean, if you want to put 6 cents, you can. But this is World Tanks Console, so you do get a somewhat 6 cents automatically. I will probably also pick General Mechanic, which 10% increase to rapid speed of all damaged modules, which would come really handy, especially if you're trapped in the field there and you need to get the heck out of there. But yeah, and any other ones could be just a bonus. I mean, probably even Agrine Rush, 15% increase to gun reload speed when under 10% hit points, which could come in handy when if you're bomb tiered in a tier 10 game, due because this is a tier 8 vehicle, and this vehicle doesn't get preferential matchmaking. So yeah, and let's see, armor of the vehicle, which the armor does look pretty nifty here. But let's go over the armor. So we got 20 meter sickness, which is the Trax does act like space armor, which means HE heat shells will not easily go through, won't do as much damage and stuff. We got 25 meter sickness, which is above the tracks, around the turret ring looks like, and also the belly of the tank. 30 meter sickness, which is the engine deck and well, underneath the turret where the driver sits and stuff. 41 meter thickness, which is, well, the roof of the turret and the cupolas. And it looks like that little bit where the gun is. You're going to be seeing how the gun does react when you're using gun depression and stuff. 45 meter thickness, which is the gun itself. About 52 meter thickness, which is these two left and right bits back here behind the turret. About 60, which is the butt of the tank and rear of the turret. About 70 meter thickness, which is, well, it looks like it's above the gun. We're above the gun mantlet. 85, which is left and right of the gun mantlet here, or inside the gun mantlet. 95, which is the bits, two bibs left and right well, on the top of the turret. And it looks like somewhat back here too. 100 meter thickness, which is the upper plate, the lower plate, and the side armor of the vehicle. And don't forget too, if you're using your full gun depression, that helps out with the extra degrees as well. 120, which is also a little bit of the cupolas over there, up on top of the turret. 125, which it looks like is below the gun mantlet, again in the rear of the turret. 130, which is, well, this little forehead piece above the gun mantlet. 140, which is on this side of the gun mantlet, or near the gun mantlet. 150, which is on both this side and both left and right of the turret gun mantlet. We got 152, which is the upper part of the side armor, of the hull, and the sides of the turret, and looks like the sides of where the gun mantlet sits as well. Huh. And little bits and bobs here and there. 155, which is above the gun mantlet. 160, which is on this side below the gun mantlet. 165 both left and right of both the cheeks and stuff of the gun, or the cheeks. Then we got 170, which is both left and right of below of the gun mantlet. 175, which is both left and right of the gun mantlet here, the cheeks. And then 185 right below, well, underneath the gun mantlet. 190, which is again around the gun mantlet and the cheeks. 210, which is on the gun mantlet a little bit. 215, which is again around the gun mantlet, but on the bottom part. 220, which is around the cheeks of the gun, near the gun mantlet. 225, which is again more around the gun mantlet. 235, which is bibs and bobs here and there around the gun mantlet and around the actual turret itself. And 240, which is that mid plate right there, and around the gun mantlet a little bit more. So yeah, don't aim for the gun mantlet on this thing. 250, which is left and right of the cheeks, and a little bit on the cheeks and the gun mantlet, again left and right. 255, which is left and right of the gun mantlet. 260, which again is around the gun mantlet and the cheeks. 265, which is left and right of the bottom part of the turret, and again on the gun mantlet. 270, which is again around the gun mantlet. 275, which again, these small little bits and bobs here around the gun mantlet. 280, which is on the cheeks and the gun mantlet. Uh, 295, which is again on the gun mantlet here. 300, which is on the cheeks and a little bit on the gun mantlet. 210, which is again around the gun mantlet and the cheeks. And 220, which is inside the gun. And these two little pieces that's like above the tracks right there. Yeah. And press above and below the gun mantlet. And that's it of this thing's armor. Oh boy. You don't want to aim for the gun mantlet. Like, honestly, you just don't want to. Where's the armor again? Like, if you're looking at this thing, yeah. And don't make a mistake I have. Don't aim for that mid plate, though it doesn't look like it's a mid plate. It looks like it's a lower plate. I believe I have made a few mistakes playing this machine and facing against them with this type of vehicle where I aimed for that mid plate. I should have aimed a little bit lower, but yeah, maybe next time I will be aiming a little bit lower because, that's very much a weaker spot of the hull. Can we find it? Holy crap, there's a lot of redness on the front of the turn of this beastie boy. So yeah, right there, 100 meters thickness. If you're facing head on, do not shoot the mid plate. Aim just a little bit lower, and you should able to pen, especially if you're tier 8 and you have a pen that's a little bit more than 100. There's a good bit of tanks at tier 8 that does get that, like, believe, yeah, this thing right here, the 1-2 will actually reliably pin as long as you can find the first shot out. But yeah, but let's go over some of the other types of stats of the vehicle that aren't really shown right there in the guards right there at that spot, but this spot right here. So top forward speed is 37.07. Well, I'm sorry for that, guys. Top forward speed is 33.07 miles per hour. Top reverse speed is 16.54 miles per hour. Horsepower is 630. Power to weight ratio is 11.01. No, 11.01, 11.03. Internal fire chance is 12%, so means how often you can get caught on fire. Rocket boost use cooldown is 4 seconds. Rocket boost use counter is 4 of them, so you get 4 of them. And rocket boost duration is 10 seconds. Hit points is, of course, 1,550. Hull rotation speed is 29 seconds. Soft terrain resistance is 2.20. Mean terrain resistance is 1.10. And firm terrain resistance is 1. Detectable range while sitting still is 398.39, and while moving is 421.69. View range is 380, and signal range is 600. And let's talk about the gun, the 160 mil gun, which this thing hits hard. Current rotation speed is 31.90 seconds. Accuracy during rotation is 2.30. Max elevation is 20. Max depression is 10, which is Chinese. It's slated to like Russian tanks, so not the best with gun depression. So yeah. Reload time is 20.25 seconds. Rate of fire is 2.96. Accuracy on 100 meters is 0.41. Accuracy during movement is 3.42. Aim time is 3.50. And of course, you only get one shot because you're not auto loader, which I think that would make this vehicle very much broken, overpowered, with the max damage it gets. Yeah, and if you just use HE with that 800 alpha, yeah, I don't think this thing would be. It would probably be definitely broken if it had a auto loader. So good thing we don't have that. Unlike Rotating's Blitz, it does. I don't know why, but okay, whatever. Max ammunition carries up to 30 rounds. Of course, you get AP and HE. Average damage per minute is 1,924. And of course, we already talked about the pen, the alpha damage and stuff. And of course, if you want to talk about blast radius, which is basically for HE, which is 3.66. And yeah, there you go. If you want to work out the rest of that, go ahead and put the video on pause. Now let's go ahead and go down, and remaining things is about sort of the premium bonus, because this is a premium tank at the end of the day. But yeah, that is the BZ-176, the first of the rocket tanks coming to World Tanks console. I can't wait for the tech tree line to come out, see how those vehicles are going to perform on console. I guess time will tell, there, guys. Time will tell. But I think that's all you want to hear from me in the garage, so guys. You probably want to see this thing in action, in the actual fighting ring and stuff like that, and keep you just to let you know that I have been playing this vehicle for almost a whole day here, trying to figure out how this vehicle plays out. Just let you know that, you know, I have, I believe, a decent enough gameplay here for you guys to watch. But like I said, you guys probably don't want to hear me talk about any more about the vehicle. You probably want to see some gameplay of the vehicle, which will be coming up here soon. So yeah, but enough with the jibber jabber of the tank. Let's see the action. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Alright? So we're back, guys, on Ardens. This is actually, I don't want to say it's a new map, because technically it's not a new map. It's just a returning map from the game itself, which I'm glad that we get to play it here with the new Chinese rocket tank. So yeah, I get to see this new tank in action. We're top tiered in this game, which when this vehicle is top tier, it does perform pretty well. I have to say, personally, in my opinion, you just don't want to go by yourself somewhere though. Even though this vehicle has very good armor, if multiple people can surround you, you will be taken out pretty easily. Your armor might be pretty decent from the front, and using that full 10 degrees of gun depression, it can be pretty good, but by itself, not so good. But yeah, aside from that, I gotta say this thing is really worth getting if you're thinking about picking it for 6,000 gold. And with these rocket boosts we're going to be using today, yeah, it helps out with the speed and stuff. And like I said, and there we go, we're using the rockets. I've been wanting to do this on console for a while. Really loving this idea that this thing came out in the season. As you can see, also down there in the near the where the hit points and damage modules are is where the rockets are. So use one. So now we got 3 rocket boosts ready to use. And as you can see, the roof of the turret right there is sticking out. Why is that? Well, it's because of the gun depression. When the gun depress, that bit right there comes up, which could be a weak spot on the vehicle. Due because that was about, like, I believe it was 80 some mere thickness of armor. So yeah. But still, the point is, if you're using your full gun depression, someone does aim for that, someone could actually pin that and do some damage to you. If once people start realizing how to deal with these things more reliable and stuff like that, which they're not that hard to fight against, but yeah. But it looks like we are trying to go for the town, which I would say this vehicle doesn't really do very well. And right here is where I realize there's a tank destroyer sitting up there. He hits me, but I hit him harder with my AT shells. I shouldn't have sat right there in the open, sideways on from him, but I did. But we still hit him pretty hard, and we get assistance of killing the guy. Not bad. And we're also following this other BZ, and there's another BZ right there, which there's going to be a good bit of them on the battlefield. So yeah, and it looks like we use our rockets. Love these things, though trying to slow down is a little bit harder. But are we going to shoot? We do, but sadly our shot completely misses, and we do get hit by something back there. Huh. And it looks like I'm trying to turn to get my armor towards that Duster, which is another new vehicle that came out. If you've completed 6 seasons before, But it looks like we're about to reload and we want to hit this right here, and we take that guy off straight off with his head. And it looks like this light tank, well, he shouldn't win in front of me. I used my rocket to boost myself and kill him with a ram kill. So now we're down to 2 rockets, and as you can see, we don't quite re-aim and get the reload onto that guy, sadly. But we do get hit from the side from another BZ. We're trying to find the shot onto the guy, but sadly, we just can't find a shot on him. We want to go over this way to see if we can get a shot onto him. That's because he did hit a nice big juicy shot to me. And we're about to find out we should have not came this way with this side on. And now we're left down to 17 hit points. Ooh, not great. That is a Guardian STG, right? STG? I'm probably saying that name so wrong, but it looks like we're aiming for that BZ over there. We take him out, and it looks like either him and our ally BZ was using their rockets, so everyone is pretty excited using the rockets, and we're using our little bit of gun depression we got here, picking over. Not sure if we're going to actually really do very well with it, but yeah. Looks like we are going straight, and we want to go after this STG, which is the Tier 8 Russian Premium Medium Tank, which is 2 versions of the vehicle. There's a hero version and a non-hero version, but yeah, now we're down to 1 rocket. It looks like we're going to take a shot, try to take a shot at the BZ's little crate, but yeah, no cigar there. Now, we don't have the best accuracy, and we weren't fully aimed in anyway, so I wasn't expecting it to really do anything. If I already was shooting HE, yeah, but it looks like I'm using my last rocket to try to get up the slope, and as you can see, turning is going to be rough, especially when you're using the rockets and stuff like that. But it looks like our teammates is coming up here. This guy, one guy puts 1 shot into him, I take him out, nice shot, and now we are definitely out of rockets. We do not have none more. Remember, use these rockets when you need to. Maybe get some cool and fun little ramming damage. I would want this, like, maybe build the thing as a rammer, especially if you're close quarters and your enemy is either on very low enough hit points where you can ram into them and kill them with a rocket. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun right there. But it looks like we have 3 more enemies tanks left, and sadly we're not fast enough to really get into more action that much, but maybe we could get 1 more kill. The light tank does die, which is good because this looks like it's going to be a winning battle for us. And there's a VK-101P, and do we get a good kill? And we do! Not fully aimed in either. That was a good shot right there. I do let my team know what my reload is. I didn't do it the whole game. I kind of don't want this BZ looking at me because I don't want to die at this point. But it doesn't look like he's worried about me, which is good. He does take out a friendly. And do we get a shot onto the guy? But looking, we do shoot. But sadly, someone takes that BZ out. We could have had 5 kills, but 4 kills is good enough for me. But I gotta say, this vehicle is worth picking up if you're looking for picking up this vehicle. If not, well, you got other good tanks within the season. But I gotta say, yeah, pick it up if you want to there, guys. But that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know what you think about the BZ. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you in the mix of it? Or what? Let me know down below in the comments. But that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys want to. Like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.